Just raise a laugh and soon you'll find you're losing that frown. The smile will spread all over the town. Don't give in, try and grin. Don't be like a passport photograph. Come on and meet Ted Ray. He'll chase your troubles away.
And raise a laugh.
Ted Ray.
Hello, boys and girls, and welcome. Now, tonight I'm going to start off in rather a different manner. This is the first time I've ever had to do this on this show. In fact, I think it's the first time on any BBC show it's ever been done. I want to appeal tonight for a charitable cause. Ladies and gentlemen, I know it's getting near Christmas, and you have many calls at this time of the year, but this is a very deserving object, and no matter how little you can spare, it'll be very, very welcome. The attendants will come round amongst you with the collection boxes. Ladies and gentlemen, we're making a collection now for J. Arthur Rank. Mr. Rank is listening. Mr. Rank is listening. I'm only kidding. Well, you know, I went over to Ireland last week. It makes a change. I had a terribly rough crossing. I shared a cabin with a fellow. Honestly, I have never seen anything like it in my life. As soon as we got on board, he opened his suitcase and put on a woman's nightdress and a hairnet. I said, what's the idea of that? He said, in case of a shipwreck, women and children first. Most Irish people are very fond of England, you know. I remember after one concert I gave, a chap stood up and said, when I was in England, I saw the Surrey Hills. They're wonderful. I said, well, when I get back, I'll send you a photograph of them. He said, thanks. Then a woman stood up and said, I think Donald Pierce is the finest singer in the world. I said, so do I. I'll get him to send you an autographed photo of himself. The bloke next to her jumped up and says, over my dead body, you will. I said, oh, and who are you? He said, I'm her husband, and my name's Cavan O'Connor. Mind you, the customs people are very strict. I remember when I was coming back, the customs fellow called out, please state everything you bought whilst you were in Ireland. One girl said, I only bought a set of false eyelashes. So he looked down at his list and he said, shilling to pay, miss. Sorry. Another girl said, I bought some false fingernails. So he looked at the list again and said, 2 and 6 to pay, miss, 2 and 6, sorry. The third girl went up with a huge traveling case and she whispered something to him and he let her go by. So I said to this fellow, I said, what's the... Now, just a moment, please. I said, what's the idea? One girl pays a shilling for false eyelashes. Another one pays half a crown for false nails. This one goes by with a portmanteau and pays nothing. He said, well, she told me she got a trunk with a false bottom and there's nothing on my list about that. Of course, you know, traveling about today is very, very difficult. And traveling about as we do, it's sometimes very difficult to find lodgings, too. Once I couldn't get in anywhere. In the village, there was a circus, so I went and asked the proprietor if he could put me up. He said, yes, we've got 2 zebras, a male and a female. The male's been missing for 2 days, so you can sleep in a stable if you like. So I found my way to the stable, undressed, and went to sleep. In the night, I felt something nudging me. I woke up, and there was the lady zebra looking down at me in my striped pajamas and saying, so you've come home, you rotter. I'll talk to you in the morning. See you later, folks. Those Pullman porters hanging round. Just give the meanest ticket man on earth all I'm worth. To put my tootsies in an upper berth. Just hear that choo-choo sound. I know that soon we're gonna cover ground. And then I'll holler so the world will know. Here I go, I'm Alabama bound. Birdies are singing every old thing in tune. Goodbye, blues. Nothing but laughter morning and afternoon. Sorrows but in a star. So I'm going where there's more. Goodbye, blues.
Troubles are over, he'll be in clover soon.
I'm Alabama bound. You see those Pullman
orders hanging round. Just give the meanest man a man on earth all I'm worth. To put my tootses in an upper berth.
Just hear that lucky hound, to have someone to put my arms around. That's why I'm shouting for the world to know. Here I go, I'm Alabama, I'm coming Mammy, I'm Alabama bound.
Thank you, boys and bells, thank you. Next week, the boys and girls will sing a song written by an amateur photographer who was waiting for his snaps. Someday my prince will come. Well, I'm doing my best. You're never satisfied. One of the most fascinating things about life is the glorious uncertainty of it. You never know what's waiting around the corner. It might be a blonde, or it might be the income tax man. I'll take the blonde. But there's one thing about my married life. I always get a lovely welcome when I walk into my little castle.
Well, hello, darling.
Hello, darling, hello.
Hello. Did you have a good day?
Oh, a grand day, darling, grand. And you?
Yes, dear, yes. Well, Ted, did you notice anything?
Well, wait a minute, darling. Give me a chance.
All right.
Your hair?
No.
Huh?
No.
Eyes?
No, darling.
No, the same
not
eyes,
quite,
yes,
no.
just the same eyes. I've got it. The dress.
Yes, dear.
How much?
Nothing.
You sure?
Why, yes, Ted. It's one of my old ones. I turned it inside out and sort of altered the neckline.
What a good idea.
You think so?
Oh, what a practical little wife.
Well, thank you, dear.
Ah, my wife's the smartest girl in the road. Yes, sir, the smartest. Darling, you look like a film star.
Oh, well, darling, I only
I'll tell all the neighbors.
Now, Ted,
I'll tell
Ted,
the
don't be
neighbors.
silly. Darling.
My wife's like a film star. She's the smartest girl in the road.
Darling, please, will you come inside? Darling, please.
The road.
Oh, Ted.
Darling, I mean it. I do. You look beautiful.
Well, thank you, dear.
Beautiful, beautiful.
Oh, I'm so glad you liked my dress.
Like it? Darling, it's lovely.
Oh, Ted.
Lovely, lovely, lovely. Mind you, Oh, well, it's nothing. Where's my tea, darling?
Now, wait a minute. You were going to say something, darling. What was it?
Well, it doesn't matter.
Oh, but it does matter, Ted. Go on, darling. I want to know.
You sure you won't mind?
Mind?
Hmm?
Well, of course I won't mind.
Well, if I can just make a little criticism, darling.
Surely, dear.
I think you're just showing a little too much shoulder.
Shoulder?
Yes.
What's wrong with my shoulder?
Oh, nothing, darling. They're very nice shoulders. Very nice. But after all, you're not 17 anymore.
Now, wait a minute, you. I never tell you look old.
Well, after all, dear, you know, men don't age like women.
What?
No, when I look in the mirror, I must say I wear pretty well. Uh-huh. There's no flies on me.
No. But you can see where they've been.
We're not talking about my face. Remember, we're talking about your dress.
Let me tell you that all women are wearing dresses like this. Jealous, that's what you are. You're just jealous. You like to look at other women, but you don't want other men to look at me.
They can all look at you for all I care. I'll stick you on a pedestal in the garden and have your flood lit.
Well, anyway, Ann Sheridan, the film star, wears one like this.
Oh, that's it. So you want to dress like a film star?
Yes.
Fine, yeah. Why don't you go the whole hog? Wear a bathing costume like Betty Grable and stand in the fish queue.
Oh. And you say you love me.
And so I do love you. But what's that got to do with it? I'd love you. You only wore a sack.
Oh, so now I'm supposed to wear a sack, huh?
What are you talking about, the sack? I didn't say anything. What started this fight, anyway?
You're the one that started the fight. You criticized my frock. You don't love me.
Listen, I love you. I love you. Now give us a kiss.
No. And you'll never get one like that.
Well, then, give us a kiss. Darling.
Well, all right, funny face.
I'm sorry, darling. I'm sorry.
It's all right, darling.
I'm very sorry. It was my fault.
No, it was my fault,
Not
Ted.
my fault. Somebody's fault.
Yeah. Darling.
Yeah?
Will you pass me the scissors, please?
What do you want the scissors for, darling?
Because you were quite right, Ted. I'm going to alter that neckline.
Now, Kitty, don't you dare touch that neckline.
No, you were quite right, Ted. It is too low. dear.
Kitty, I was in the wrong. When I'm in the wrong, I'm in the wrong.
Now, look here, you. If I want to change this neckline, I'll certainly change this neckline.
What do you want to do? Wrap yourself up at the neck and look like a mummy? Now I don't want any more of this. Every time I come in, I've had no tea.
Hey, Teddy boy, there's a man at the door wants to know if you want to put your names down for the Dunmo Flitch.
Dunmo Flitch? Never mind that. Come here, Nelson. I want you to settle an argument.
Oh, I'll be glad to, Teddy boy.
Now look. Kitty thinks this neckline's too low. And I think that neckline's just right. Now, what do you think?
I don't know. My hobby's food.
Well, listen, Rumble Tummy. If you say it's too low, you'll get no supper.
Oh, dear.
Yes, and if you say it's too high, you'll get no breakfast.
Oh, crumbs.
All right, now, Nelson, go on. Tell us.
Well, I think...
Yes?
Yes?
I think it's too high at the back and too low at the front, or vice versa.
That's no good, Nelson. That won't do. You've got to have one opinion.
Yes, and I've got to eat, too.
Oh, get out.
Well, all right. Keep your shirt on, Teddy boy.
I don't listen to keep up all night. Look, you just wear the dress any way you want.
Oh, no, darling. We'll compromise.
Yes, we'll compromise. You'll wear the dress just as you want. Now, give us another kiss.
No, Ted. Not till after you shave. It's kind of like kissing a gooseberry.
Then come on, be my gooseberry tart.
No, not until you shave.
Darling, I can't shave twice a day. Shaving twice a day makes my face sore.
Yes, and you shaving once a day makes my face sore. Anyway, I bought you some razor blades.
You did? Ah, that was very sweet of you, darling. How many did you get?
12 dozen.
Well, they should last me a week. You what?
That's 12 dozen, dear. That's 144.
144?
Well, you see, it was an advertisement. With every 12 blades, they gave you a razor free.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
Wonderful. So now I've got 12 razors and 144 blades. Now I'll never be able to live in Chelsea.
Oh. Well, darling, every year we support the local bazaar, don't we?
Bazaar? What's that got to do with it?
Well, we never know what to send, so we finish up by giving a 30-shilling subscription.
So what?
So this year we're sending 12 half-crown razors instead.
Look, Kitty, let me just tell you something. You didn't pay for the razors. Do you understand?
Oh, yes.
You didn't pay for them.
Oh.
Wait a minute. You paid 2 shillings a packet for the razor blades. You got a free razor with each. And now you're selling the razors for half a crown.
That's right, darling.
2 and 6. Now, wait a minute. That's 6pence a packet profit. And, Kitty, I get 144 free razor blades. A year's shaving for nothing.
Yes, Ted.
That's a clever girl.
Well, thank you, darling.
It's all right, dear. I'm in a good mood again. 144 free razor blades, eh? That's wonderful. That's... Oh, Kitty.
Oh, what, Ted?
What do I want with 144 razor blades? I use an electric razor.
Oh. Well, that. Yes, I'm sorry, darling, but what can we do with them?
Ask me in 3 days' time. I might give you a practical answer.
Oh, wait a minute. There's no need for you to be rude about it.
Who's being rude? Can I help it if you start a monopoly in the razor blade business?
Oh, I wish I'd never married you.
That makes 2 of us.
You did the chasing.
And you did the catching. Before I married you, I said I'd be boss of my own home, or know the reason why. And what's happened?
What?
I'm beginning to know the reason why.
Ted.
Now, well, I'll tell you one thing. You can keep your razors and your razor blades.
Well, what can I use them for?
Grow yourself some corns.
Oh.
I'm going upstairs, if it's any interest to you, to shave with my electric razor.
Well, go.
Well, farewell, Whisker Queen.
Oh. What a temper.
Hey, sis, what's wrong with Teddy boy?
Oh, what's right with him?
Well, he pushed me in the stomach and shouted, pumpkin.
No. I guess he's just being independent, that's all, Nelson. Just because he's got an electric razor.
Oh, Kitty,
What?
can I have one of those razor blades, dear?
Well, why?
There's been a power cut.
We bring you melody from out of the sky, my brother and I. Hello, everyone. This is Bob and Alf Pearson. Our melody this week, in response to many requests, tells the story of the baby show. You've both seen the Lord Mayor show, the motor show, the flower show. But there's one thing I'd like to know. Have you ever seen a baby show? I saw one not long ago. It filled me with delight. And if you've been there, I know you'd love each tiny mite. You'd love each tiny mite. Each tiny mite. Hear them a-hollering, hear them a-hollering at the baby show. Lots of chubby ones, lots of grubby ones laid out in a row. We had babies from the Isle of Wight. We had babies that were black and white, small ones, tall ones. What a funny sight, all singing eeny, meeny, miny, mo. Mauds and Lillian, Jack and Gillian, sane and Cillian, plain and frillian, hot and Chileans. There were millions at the baby show. We had babies, came from every town. We had babies, some of great renown. Meek ones, weak ones, bobbing up and down, all singing eeny, meeny, miny, mo. Clean and scruffian, lean and toughian, quiet and ruffian, couldn't get enoughian, gone into the huffian, little bare buffians at the baby show, at the baby show, at the baby show. Everyone of note was there, the old Lord Mayor with his lady fair, and everyone had done their share. Some of them had even sent a pair. Parson Jones was in the chair, and after he said grace, he picked a baby up from there and kissed its jammy face. He kissed its jammy face, its jammy face. Hear them a-hollering, hear them a-hollering at the baby show. Lots of dimply ones, lots of pimply ones laid out in a row.
We had babies came from Huddersfield.
We had babies came from Chesterfield, Glasgow, Cardiff, some from Macclesfield, all singing eeny, meeny, miny, mo. Fred and Nellians, stiff and jellian, quiet and yellian, sick and wellian, corns and kellians, little fat bellians at the baby show. We had babies wrapped up in a shawl. We had babies with no clothes at all, flouncing, bouncing, playing with a rubber ball, all singing eeny, meeny, miny, mo. Romeo and Julietians, Babs and Bettyians, London brunettians, quiet and frettians, mother's little pettians, dry and wettians at the baby show.
And now we present Ted Ray as George, the man with a conscience. We find George in the office of his boss, Mr. Rivers, editor of the Daily Bugle.
George, my lad,
Yes, Mr. Rivers?
it'll soon be Christmas.
Yes, Mr. Rivers, it will. What are you laughing at, Mr. Rivers?
I say, have you ever seen them fellas who get all dressed up as Father Christmas and stand in the grottos of those big department stores?
Yes, I've seen them. Don't they look like a bunch of twerps?
Yeah, they do it all. You're going to be one.
Oh, that's rich. What did you say?
The Bugle has a big tie-up with one of our biggest advertisers, Cracking Tackle's department store.
Well?
Well, go down to Geyser's, the theatrical costumiers. They'll give you a vermin cape and a set of whiskers and a big sack.
You mean I'm Father Christmas?
Aye, that's right. Oh, and George.
Yes?
Remember the reindeer?
Yes, I'll take my Mac, darling.
Oh, get out.
Well, here I am at Geyser's.
George,
Yes, Conscience?
don't mess about with this kid stuff. Go across to that little theatre and sit in the stalls and look at the nudes.
But that won't make me Father Christmas.
No, but you'll be a windmill man.
Oh, shut up. I'll ask this man on the door. Excuse me?
Yes, what is it?
Well, I never. It can't be. I didn't expect to see you here.
You didn't? Why not?
Well, I thought you'd be working, Mr. Rob Wilton.
Well, I'm not Rob Wilton.
You're not? Well, why do you talk and look like that?
Well, you see, I came here 6 months ago to get made up for a fancy dress ball. And I can't get the flipping thing off.
Where can I get some service?
Well, go inside and ask General Montgomery.
General Montgomery?
Yes, he's made up to look like Peter Kavanagh.
George,
Yes, Conscience?
he's taking the mic out of you.
Oh, Shut up. I'm going inside. Good gracious, what's all this? What's this? Two men crying on each other's shoulders.
Oh, Frank, speak to me, Frank. No. Oh, Frank. Frank, won't you be friends, Frank? No. Oh, please, Frank. I'll only ask you once more. Please be friends, Frank. I'm all right. We're friends.
Hey, what is this place?
The makeup room.
Ah, this is hopeless. Now, what's it say on this door? This is more like it. Costumes. I'll try here. Oh, excuse me.
Hello, matey.
I've come for the Father Christmas costume.
Sorry, mate, I flogged the lot.
Flogged the lot? You're a peculiar man to be in charge here.
Yes, I'm one of the lucky ones.
What do you mean?
I'm one of the wide boys. I had a batter. Once. That was a good living, that was.
Well, why did you give it up?
Well, I had a fight with me mate, and I done him in.
You killed him?
Yes, and they sentenced me to death.
Oh, yes? Well, how did you escape the scaffold?
I gave the hangman 20 cigarettes to keep his trap shut.
Well, here we are, the cracking sackles, and I still haven't got my costume.
Go to this bloke with the top hat and the cabbage jacket and ask him.
Oh, you mean the commissionaire? Yes, I will. Oh, commissionaire, where's the manager?
He's around behind.
I know that, but where is he?
Now, look here. Don't you come that stuff with me. If you want to see him, he's in that office making up the pay packet.
Thank you very much.
Oh, there you are.
Why, I'm sorry I'm late, but I haven't been able to get a Father Christmas costume.
No, don't worry about that. We provide the costume. Now, hurry up and get dressed.
Yes, of course, yes.
Now, here are your instructions on how to be Father Christmas.
Yes.
Little boys are to be allowed to pick up a clockwork train once.
Yes.
The second time, give them a clip on the earroll.
I see, yes.
And little girls are allowed to cuddle a dolly twice. The third time, spank their sit-a-bums.
Very well, but what about the fathers?
Oh, leave them alone. Let them have fun, spoil sport.
All right, I think I know. Oh, but wait a minute.
Yes?
What about my old bag?
I didn't even know you were married. Get on. Now take your place in Fairyland.
All right. Well, here I am in Fairyland. Fairyland, the palace of make-believe.
Now we're back in the House of Commons.
Shut up. I'll have a word with this fairy. How lovely she looks, how ethereal, how lightly she trips across the floor. Hello, fairy. What's your name?
Crystal Jollybottom, yourself. And don't you come near me. Your whiskers are caught round me flags of old nations.
Don't be like that. Don't be like that. There's plenty of room for the two of us. Come on. Give us a kiss. I'm Santa.
Well, take your claws off me.
Come on.
Oh, stop it. Oh, your shilling parcel's bruising me gossamer wings.
Don't be like that.
Oh, stop it.
Come on.
Oh, your sprig of holly sticking in me bran tub.
Look, there's room enough for the two of us here. We mustn't quarrel, fairy. We're here to look after the children. Let's be friends.
Well, I want to be friends, but nobody likes me anymore.
Oh, really? I'm sorry to hear that. Why not?
Because no one loves a fairy when she's 14. Whoop!
Poor old dear. Oh, dear. Well, anyway, I've got to get on with giving these presents away. Come on, children. Come and get your presents.
What a scruffy lot. Give them a razor each.
Shut up, Conscience. Shut up. Good afternoon, madam.
I'm glad to see you again. I've been coming here for 70 years.
You have?
Yes, and I'm very lonely, but you never call on me.
Oh, I'm sorry. Where do you live?
I live in a crypt in Stafford.
Blimey, Stafford Crypt.
Shut up, Conscience. Tell me, madam, is this your little boy?
Oh, yes, he's my great-grandson. And do you know, he thinks he's a radio doctor.
Oh, does he? Well, my little man, now, what can we give you? The radio doctor, eh? How about a stomach powder?
Well, I don't think they're much good, really. They only upset your tummy and make you burp. I'd much rather go to bed on a pint of wallop and a couple of pickled onions.
Oh, come on, dear. We'll be late for surgery.
Oh, very well. Bring my little black bag and a tin of talcum powder.
Talcum powder? What for?
They've left me holding the baby.
Well, cheerio!
Cheerio.
Well, I'm enjoying this. Here comes another dirty nose. Hello, son.
Shut up, big gob.
That's very nice. That's very nice. Would you like a present?
No, Stoppy, I wouldn't. You're a fake.
Ah. Well, anyway, I'm going to give you a present for Christmas.
Well, where is it?
Here, take that.
Ah! Here, what's that for?
A Christmas box.
No, Mum!
Oh, what is it, Eustace?
Bernard Shaw just clipped me ear.
Charlie?
Hello, Ingrid.
Bernard Shaw? This here Bernard Shaw just clipped Eustace on the leg.
Wow. He's upset 'cause his show's come off.
Well, don't stand there, Charlie. He's your son, ain't he?
Now, don't bring that up again.
Here, this boy of yours, he's ill-bred.
Charlie?
Hello.
Bernard Shaw just called Eustace a loafer.
Well, he always did have a bit of a crust.
Look out, come on, get off. Hey, who are you pushing?
Stop thief, stop thief.
What's the matter?
Has a man just rushed past you?
Yes, he went down those stairs to the basement.
Well, come on after him. He's broken into my safe and stolen the pay packets.
Good heavens, he must have gone in here. What's in here?
This is the refrigerator room. Force the door. Put your shoulder to it.
Oh, all right. You ready? 1, 2, 3.
Oh, there he is.
Why? He's putting all the pay packets in the refrigerator, and he's sticking them between 2 blocks of ice.
Send for the police.
No, you mustn't do that.
Why not?
He's only come from the TUC.
What for?
He's freezing the wages. This week, boys and girls, how that old clock does go round. We'll be with you again next week, when once more we'll help you to
Raise a laugh, raise a laugh. Don't be like a passport photograph.
gloomy days soon will pass. Come on, folks, raise up your glass
and raise a laugh.
Listening to Ted Ray and Raise a Laugh with Kitty Bluett, Bob and Alf Pearson, the Bows and the Bells, Fred Ewell, Peter Sellers, Patricia Hayes, and Leslie Perrins. The dance orchestra was conducted by Stanley Black. The program was written by Eddie Maguire and Ted Ray, and production by George Innes.
Sad and blue, just raise a laugh, and soon you'll find you're losing that frown. A smile will spread all over the town. Don't give in, try and grin. Don't be like a passport photograph. Come on and meet Ted Ray, he'll chase your troubles away.
And raise a laugh.
Ted Ray.
Why, that's nice applause. I hope I can live up to it. Thank you very much, boys and girls. I'm glad the fog's cleared at last. What a shocking experience I had last week in the fog. My goodness. I was working in a suburban theater. The band hadn't even turned up. Do you know, it was so foggy I couldn't see the audience. But I gave my act just the same. Not a laugh. Not a titter. When I came off, I said to one bloke, that's the last time they get me down to the Hippodrome Croydon. He said, Hippodrome? He said, the aerodrome. You know, lots of people think being a comedian is dead easy. Oh, yes, they do. Oh, yes, they do. Oh, no. Oh, no. I got where I am today through hard work. I studied for 3 years with Sir Lawrence Olivier, 2 years with Emlyn Williams, and finally 2 weeks with Phyllis Dixie. I learned more in 2 weeks from Phyllis Dixie than the 5 years alone. Do you love animals? I do. I love animals. I bought a St. Bernard dog once, complete with a little bottle of brandy. a matter of fact, I only bought him for the brandy. The first time I let him go out, he came home with the bottle empty, so he looked so mournful and sad, I filled it up with brandy again and sent him out again. Back he came with the barrel empty again. I thought, I'll put a stop to this lark. So that night, I filled the barrel with castor oil. Yes, do you know my next-door neighbor had to have 3 weeks off from work? Serves him right. Serves him right. He's a swanky bloke, very swanky type. You know, I don't like those people, do you? Stuck up, I don't. He bought his wife a fur coat, supposed to be mink. Some mink. She put it on to walk through the woods, and 2 ferrets tried to drag her down a hole. You know, getting near Christmas, I thought I'd try and fatten up a few chickens because I couldn't get my hens to lay. So a friend of mine told me to put a couple of china eggs in the nest to sort of give the birds the idea, you know, encourage them. I didn't have any eggs, so instead I put under 2 of those wooden balls you use the coconut shy. It worked, too. Every time one of my hens lays an egg, instead of clucking, she stands up and yells, "Timber!" I went to the big film show last week. Oh, wonderful night it was. And afterwards, who was the man they called for? Alfred? Gregory Peck? Headway. That's who they wanted. Can you blame them? I had the key of the gentleman's cloakroom. Which reminds me, folks, you've got to be very, very careful these days talking about keys. I hope all you people here tonight locked everything up before you came out. Remember that. Be very careful. I did. I locked all the windows, then I shut the door with a patent pick-proof lock. Now, no one can get in without the key. And I've got that right here in my inside pocket. I've got it right in my left hand. In my right. Is there a burglar in the house?
Up in the morning, out on the job, work like the devil for my pay. But the lucky old sun has nothing to do but roll around heaven all day. Fuss with my woman, toil for my kids, sweat till I'm wrinkled and gray. While the lucky old sun has nothing to do but roll around heaven all day. Good Lord above, can't you know I'm finding tears all in my eyes? Send down that cloud with the silver lining, lift me to paradise. Show me the river, take me across, and wash all my troubles away. Like the lucky old sun, give me nothing to do but roll around heaven all day.
Oh Lord, I'm tired and weary of pain. Please, Lord, forgive me if I complain.
Up in the morning, out on the job, work like the devil for my pay. But the lucky old sun has nothing to do but roll around heaven all day. Fuss with my woman, toil for my kids, sweat till I'm wrinkled and gray. While the lucky old sun has nothing to do but roll around heaven all day.
Good Lord above, can't you know I'm finding tears all in my eyes? Send down that cloud with a silver lining, lift me to paradise.
Show me the river, take me across, and wash all my troubles away. Like the lucky old sun, give me nothing to do but roll around heaven all day.
Just roll around heaven all day.
Just roll around heaven all day. Roll around heaven all day.
1,000 bells, thank you. Next week the boys and girls will sing. They laughed when they saw me in my shorts, but when I bent down, they split. Isn't it strange the way things happen? Little things over which you have no control. They call it fate. When someone else controls things for you, they call it state. But have you ever sat down at night in front of the fire and looked at the runners for tomorrow's big race? What do? Pick the winner out with a pin? Why not use a fork and pick out the first three? It's no use tempting fate, folks. No use at all. Lifeguard, Black Dandy, Cracker Jack. Mm-hmm.
Ted, darling, are you all right?
Hmm?
How do you feel?
Very. Now, I wonder if he'll win.
Ted, can't you hear me? I'm speaking to you.
Then why don't you say something, dear?
Oh, I think I'm talking to myself.
Oh, that's a very bad habit, dear, bad habit. Now, I must do something. I always like 5 bob on the big race, you know.
Ted, darling.
Mm-hmm. Short skirt. That should be well up in front.
Ted Ray. There.
Kitty, you snatched my newspaper.
I know, dear.
You shouldn't do things like that, should you?
Only when I'm ignored, dear.
Then give me back my paper.
Oh, so now you're shouting. Well, that won't get you anywhere.
No?
No.
Then give me back my paper.
Well, that's better. Here. And listen to what I say next time. Ted, you've gone and crossed those knives again.
Oh, Kitty, those silly superstitions, for goodness sake.
But it's so unlucky, darling. That means I'll have to kiss a strange man.
You what?
Well, that's what my dream book says.
Dream book? What have you been reading, Hansard?
No, dear. But there it is, and you're the only man I've ever kissed.
What are you doing now, bragging or complaining?
Darling, you see, it's like this.
It's like nothing at all. Nothing at all. Superstition? Fiddle. Listen to me, my dear. I'm going to give you a shock. Today's Friday the 13th. You know what I did? I walked under 3 ladders, fell over a black cat, broke my shaving mirror, and had lunch with my umbrella up. And nothing's going to happen to me. Touch wood.
Oh, fine. Now look what you've done. You've spilled the salt.
I know what to do. I throw it over my left shoulder.
Oh, Teddy boy, that was right in my eye.
Well, I'm sorry, Nelson. I was throwing salt over my shoulder.
Oh, no. But you don't have to throw the cruet as well.
Stop moaning, Rumble Tummy. What are you doing downstairs, anyway?
Well, I came down for a drink of water.
What, in your pajamas?
No, in a glass. I want a biscuit as well. I'm starving. Ooh, and I had a terrible dream. I dreamt I was a waiter at the Lord Mayor's banquet.
Oh, I should have thought that you'd have enjoyed that.
Well, I would have done, but they sent me out for fish and chips for Mr. Shidwell.
Well, you poor dear.
All Nelson's dreams are the same. He goes to the pictures to see Dorothy Lamour and Betty Grable, and then he comes home, goes to bed and dreams about cowboys and Indians.
Tell me, Nelson, was the Lord Mayor wearing his chain?
I don't think so.
And how did he keep his trousers up?
That dream means you're going to be unlucky.
Yes, you're going back to bed without biscuits. Go on, scram.
Whoa, you rotten lot!
You know, Ted, I think there's quite a lot in dreams. It says so in my dream book.
Dream book? Ha! Is that the book you got for saving 100 packets of tea?
Oh, go ahead. You can laugh. 2 nights ago, I dreamt about the desert song. And yesterday, a horse called Red Shadow won a race. Won a race.
You're so excited you can't even tell me about it. Now, isn't that wonderful?
Yes.
Wonderful. Today, I rode on a trolley bus, and thousands of other people did as well. But we didn't all back trolley bus to win the 3 o'clock race today, did we?
No, darling. But I did.
Why do you mess about with things you know nothing about?
Well, I dreamed about trolley bus, and I sent Nelson out to put some money on it.
Oh, that's very funny. You said Nelson to put some money on it.
And it won.
It won. It won? How much did you put on?
5 shillings. It won a 12-to-1, so I won £3.
Wait a minute, Kitty. Now, you put on 5 shillings and it won a 12-to-1. You won £3. You won £3?
That's right.
That's a clever girl.
Well, thank you, dear.
Don't mention it, darling. I'm in a good mood again. And you do all this by dreaming, eh? And the big race is tomorrow. Feeling sleepy, dear?
What, at 9:30?
Ah, but it's past midnight in China, dear.
Well, what's that got to do with
Well,
it?
you'll have to start dreaming. We've got a big day in front of us, dear.
Oh, but Ted, perhaps I won't dream.
This is a fine time to stop dreaming. There's the big race on tomorrow.
Well, I just can't be sure that I will dream.
Can't you, dear? Don't you worry now. Just you look down this list of horses and make sure you get the names right. Eh? I'll go and get you some hot milk and pickles.
But Ted, there's such a lot of horses. I might dream they all win.
I don't want the dream of all win. I just want... just the winner will do.
Yes, but, darling, look, suppose I do dream. I may not remember what I dreamt about.
It's all right, dear. Just you dream out loud. I'll sit up all night with a pencil and paper.
But, Ted, really...
Now, up you go, dear, up you go. Just wait till Mr. Piddington hears about this.
Wonderful. Wonderful.
What's the matter? What's the matter? Kitty, did you say something?
Wonderful.
Don't wake up. Don't wake up, darling. Just speak to me from the other world.
Rubbing.
That's right, dear. They're rubbing the horse down. Now the name, dear. Get the name.
Turkish.
Yes.
Turkish.
Never mind the cigarettes. Never mind. Horses, dear. Horses. Get back to the horses.
It's perspiration.
Is it?
Perspiration.
I know. I'm covered in it. Go on.
My dream. My dream.
Your dream? What about my dream? I give up a date with Ingrid Bergman for this all-night sitting.
It's...
Yes. Kitty, don't leave me. Kitty, think of the future.
It's...
Kitty, speak to me. Speak to me. Speak to me. Well, darling, they'll be running the race now, and Sam Higgins said he'd phone me the results.
Yes, but Ted...
Don't you worry, darling. You gave me the horse. Slimming diet. That's it. I've had 5 pounds on it, 100 to 1.
But I didn't...
Oh, yes, you did. Turkish baths, perspiration, slimming diet. Ooh, 5 times 100 is 5 times 100, 500 pounds. That's it. 500 pounds. We'll be able to buy ice cream all next summer.
Oh, Ted. Ted, I certainly hope it wins.
Wins? It's absurd, dear. It's absurd. Oh, there it is. I'll answer it. Don't worry.
Hi.
That'll be Sam. Hello, Sam. Well, slimming diet. That's the one, Sam, yes. 500 smackers, Kitty. What? Sam? But... Sam? Oh, Sam. Sam? Not in the first. Please, Sam? Oh, yeah. All right. Goodbye, Sam. We lost, dear.
But, Ted, darling, I didn't dream about a horse called Slimming Diet. I dreamt that Mother was on a slimming diet.
You did?
Uh-huh.
Then you know what's happened?
What, Ted?
Your mother and I both lost 5 pounds.
Oh.
We bring you melody from out of the sky, my brother and I.
Hello, everyone. This is Bob and Alf Pearson. We tell our story this week with a Twilight medley.
Dusk and the shadows falling, all land and sea. Somewhere a voice is calling, calling to me. Velvet the sky, ghostly the roses glow, sunset still burns out in the bay. High overhead glimmers the evening star, and my love is so far away. Do I miss you? Do the flowers miss the sun? Like flowers I miss the sunshine too. Do I need you? You are still the only one. I love you, I love you, I do. In the evening, when the purple shadows fall, I realize how lonesome one can be. Do I miss you? Why, everyone can see you're the whole wide world to me. And sometimes in the twilight gloom apart, the tall trees whisper, whisper heart to heart. From my fond lips, the eager answers fall, thinking I hear thee, thinking I hear thee call. And in the evening, when the purple shadows fall, I realize how lonesome one can be. Do I miss you? Why, everyone can see you're the whole wide world to me.
And now we present Ted Ray as George, the man with a conscience. We find George nervously standing on the mat outside the office of his boss, Mr. Rivers. George has finally plucked up enough courage to go in and ask for a ride.
Mr. Rivers, I wonder, could I just come in and ask you?
Uh-huh.
Could you, I say, they're good, aren't they?
Yes, a fella sends them to me from Paris.
Aren't they smashing?
Yeah, I say, he's a beauty. Here, wait a minute. You're not supposed to see these. Now, come on, what do you want?
Well, sir, the cost of living has gone up.
Well, don't tell me, tell Cripps.
And another thing, look at the price of cigarettes.
Well, what about it?
Well, it's getting above me, Mr. Rivers, and I've been here 6 months now, and...
Well,
I can't manage to make ends meet.
Oh, so you want to leave us, eh?
Oh, yeah. No, Mr. Rivers, no. Look, I'll tell you what, I'll go out and come in again.
No. Come here, lad. Come here. It's all right.
Thank you, sir.
Yes, I know what you've come to see me about.
You do, sir?
Yes. You've been very patient, lad, but don't worry. Tomorrow your ship comes in.
It does?
Aye. Now, get down to Southampton and meet the good ship, Zinc Ointment.
What for, sir?
Well, George, the police have reason to believe that someone has been bringing in forged notes on that boat.
Gosh.
And if you can find out who's doing it...
Yes, sir?
You can come and ask me for a rise.
And will I get it?
No, but you can come in and ask me.
Oh, well, here I am at Southampton. Oh, I'm a bit scared.
George,
Yes, Conscience?
you get this story and it'll make you another Hannon Swaffer.
Hannon Swaffer? Who's he?
The Danny Kaye of Fleet Street.
Oh, shut up. I've got to get down to the docks.
Excuse me.
Yes, old lady?
It's no use going to the docks tonight. It's all closed up. I'm a landlady and I'm off home.
Oh, could you put me up for the night?
No, I'm plenty vacant rooms.
Oh, I see you're full up.
Yes. On the top floor, I've got Mr. and Mrs. Jones, and they give me 15 shillings regular every week.
Ah, you're making money out of the Joneses.
Yes. And on the first floor, I've got a Mr. and Mrs. Thompson.
How much do they pay?
They give me 25 shillings regular every week.
Oh, you're making money on the Thompsons.
Yes, but on the ground, I've got a Mr. and Mrs. Nothing. They never give me a penny.
Oh, you're not the only one who's losing money on the ground nuts. What am I going to do? Hey, taxi! Taxi!
Yes, come.
Do you stop at the docks?
Well, if we don't, there'll be a hell of a splash.
Oh, I say, that's very good. Will you take me there?
Well, wait a minute. Are you an American?
Why, no.
Then you can walk. I'm not taking off 7 overcoats to change half a crown.
George.
Yes, Conscience?
Get over there towards those lights. That must be the waterfront.
Oh, yes, okay. And look at this man with the Admiral's uniform and the gold braid. He must be the ship's captain.
Seats in all parts, the latest British film. The bank manager saw red.
Oh, isn't this the docks?
No, sir, it's a picture house. 3 and 6 seats for a shilling, 1 and 9 seats for a tenner, 9 seats, 2 jam jars.
What are you talking about? What are you talking about? Who are you?
J. Arthur Rank.
Well, here I am at last, at Dock Gates.
Here, where do you think you're going?
I'm looking for the zinc ointment.
You come to the wrong docks.
But listen, Bosun.
Hey, Sydney, here's another one. He's trying to get past the gate, isn't he, Sydney?
Yeah.
Be reasonable, Chief Petty Officer.
Oh, no, flattery don't get you nowhere. We've heard it all before, haven't we, Sydney?
Yeah.
But isn't there any way I can get in?
No way at all. For the last time, positively no.
Oh, I say, oh, look. There's a £1 note coming out of my wallet.
Oh, yes, he's gone right into my hand. How long are you stopping?
About 3 hours.
Oh, then you'll want 10 bob change. Here you are, matey. In you go.
Hey, are you going in without giving me anything? Yeah.
I mean, yes. Well, anyway, I'm in, and here's the wharf. It's deserted. No, it's not. There's a woman gazing out to sea.
Dr. Summerskill looking for Snook.
Be quiet. Excuse me, madam. Who are you?
Crystal Jolly Bottom is so.
What are you doing here?
I'm the last of the GI bride.
Well, can you help me?
No, I can't, and I'll thank you to take your elbow out of my stars and stripes.
Don't be like that. I'm only asking for information.
Well, I haven't got any.
Come on, tell me and I'll give you a kiss.
Stop it! Oh, look! You're dribbling down me Gettysburg Address.
Will you listen to reason?
How I won't.
Come on!
Stop it! Oh, your national health glasses are sticking into me Boston Harbor.
Tell me, woman, where is the ship I'm looking for?
No, I don't know.
Oh, tell me. Oh, do tell me. You're lovely. You're lovely. Standing there in the fog, you look like a statue.
Oh, well, you're not going to take a liberty with me.
Oh, please, please, you're my last hope. Where is the SS Zinc Ointment?
Oh, you should have said. Well, it's at the end of the jetty.
Thank you.
Oh, and young man.
Yes?
Tell the captain that the old tarpaulin sends her regards.
Why do they call you the old tarpaulin?
Because I cover the waterfront, you sore spot.
Isn't it foggy here? Oh, it's so foggy. I'll strike a match on this boy.
Holly, what do you think you're doing?
It's your own fault. You shouldn't bend down. I'm looking for a ship called the Zinc Ointment.
Charlie!
Hello! What is it, Ingrid?
There's a geezer here looking for the zinc ointment.
Well, tell him to try the chemist.
Here, you, sling your hook, then I can sling mine.
Why? What are you doing?
Charlie!
Hello!
This geezer wants to know what we're doing.
Tell him we're unloading Algerian wine.
Well, I thought we'd sent all that to Germany.
We did, but they won't have it either.
Hey, you.
Who are you?
I'm a police officer on the track of a forger, and we're picking up all suspects.
I'm no suspect. I'm a newspaper man. I'm looking for a ship, the Zinc Ointment.
Well, come with us. We're going aboard now. Here she is. Follow us up this gangplank.
Okay.
Oh, so here you are, officer, and about time, too. Where have you been?
Who are you?
I'm the captain of the Zinc Ointment.
Blimey, you ain't half sore.
I suppose you've come about the forged £1 notes. Well, it's nothing to do with me.
Excuse me, Captain.
Yes, Hatchaway?
I'm going ashore for a look.
Yes, certainly, certainly.
Does he work here?
No.
Well, why is he balancing a green lamp on his head?
Because he's my starboarder.
Oh, blimey.
Yeah. That's quite enough. That's quite enough. Now, come here, you.
Who, me?
Yes?
Yes.
We'll cover the galley and the ship's hold. You go down that passage and see what you can find.
Aye, aye, sir. Isn't it dark in here? I can't see where I'm going.
You ought to be in Parliament.
Hey, you.
Yes, sir?
We found him.
What, the forger?
Yes, he's in this cabin. Come and get your story.
Yes. Is that him? I've seen that face before.
I should think you have. This is Sir Almondbury, England.
Sir Almondbury, England, the famous banker.
Get 2 more bankers and you'll get your drawers up.
Oh, turn it up. What are you going to do with him?
We're taking no chances. We're putting him in chains. Get the chains on, Captain.
Yes, there we are. Now let's all give him a round of applause. Oh, bravo, bravo.
What's that for?
We're clapping him in irons.
What I can't understand is this. There's the printing press, but no pound notes.
Almondbury, England, what have you done with the money?
I gave it to a fellow named Bernie.
That's all very well, but you haven't been wasting your time, Mr. England. Look at all these dud half-crowns you've made.
That's enough. We've got all the evidence we need. Almondbury, England, you're under arrest.
Just a minute, officer. You can't arrest Mr. England.
Why not?
Well, look at the date on these half-crowns. 1952.
What's that got to do with it?
England's forging ahead. That's all for this week, boys and girls. How that old clock does go round. We'll be with you again next week, when once more we'll help you to
Raise a laugh, raise a laugh. Don't be like a passport photograph.
gloomy days soon will pass. Come on, folks, raise up your glass
and raise a laugh.
You've been listening to Ted Ray and Raise a Laugh with Kitty Bluett, Bob and Alf Pearson, the Bows and the Bells, Fred Ewell, Peter Sellers, Patricia Hayes, and Leslie Perrins. The dance orchestra was conducted by Stanley Black. The program was written by Eddie Maguire and Ted Ray. Production by George Innes.
Feeling sad and blue, just raise a laugh and soon you'll find you're losing that frown. A smile will spread all over the town. Don't give in, try and grin. Don't be like a passport photograph. Come on and meet Ted Ray, he'll chase your troubles away.
And raise a laugh.
Ted Ray.
Tonight, folks, I'd just like to say a few words about the Forgotten Men, Stanley Black's orchestra. Yes, they're a grand bunch of musicians, and just before the show started, they were all in a small back room rehearsing. The way they played was amazing. The drummer went nap on an ace and 4 deuces. The most conscientious man of the lot is the bass player. There he is. How he loves that bass. Well, it's his home. He lives in the back, you know. You know, I saw him once with a double bass across his knees, playing it like a zither. I said, hey, Charlie, that's not the proper position to play the double bass.
He said, I know that, but when I put it on my chin, the spike sticks in me ear.
I come from a musical family, of course. My father, what a fiddler. He could play the violin, too. One day, he gave an organ recital in the Wigan slaughterhouse. He was selling offal to the butchers. Seriously, though, his greatest triumph was on the violin. He was giving a concert when suddenly his bow broke in half, right in the middle of his arpeggio. Was he worried? No. He just plucked a long hair from his head and played on with that. And that's how my dad became the first man to play his own air on a G string. I'm thinking of going over to Ireland again soon. I went to the photographer for my passport. Funny thing, when you're going to Dublin nowadays, they don't photograph your face. They take a profile of your stomach. These photographers are doing pretty well these days, you know. Instead of the usual wooden chairs, this chap had lovely marble stools. Well, just before I came out, he went round and put a hot water bottle on each stool. So I said, what's the idea? You've got all those nice marble stools, and yet you're putting hot water bottles on each one.
He said, well, I'm just taking the chill off, old man.
I've got half a dozen girls coming in from the windmill.
You had me worried for a minute there. Oh, well, no nudes is good news. See you later, folks. Thank you very much.
In the good old summertime, in the good old summertime, strolling through the shady lanes with your baby mine, you hold her hand and she holds yours, and that's a very good sign that she's your Tootsie Wootsie in the good old summertime. There's a time in each year that we always hold dear, good old summertime.
The birds and the trees and sweet scented breezes,
Good old summertime. When your day's work is over, then you are in clover, and life is one beautiful ride. No trouble annoying, each one is enjoying the good old summertime. In the good old summertime, in the good old summertime. Strolling down the lane without a sign of rain upon a sunny afternoon. One day in June, we're waiting for the sun to sink behind the hill so we can spoon beneath the moon. You hold her hand and she holds yours, and that's a very good sign that she's your one and only, and you won't be lonely with your Tootsie Wootsie Woo in the good old summertime. Yes, she's your Tootsie Wootsie in the good old summertime.
Thank you, boys and bells. Next week, the boys and girls will sing a little song entitled, A Flea Got Loose in the Harem, and that's why the favorite was scratched. We're all strange creatures, really, you know. We all like to create a good impression. A man, just to impress his boss, will take a bit of work home from the office, while his boss takes a bit of homework out from the office. I had a lot of work the other evening, and I must confess I was a little late getting home. Oh, hello, darling. I'm sorry I've kept you waiting. I've been working late.
Working late, huh? Let me smell your breath.
Kitty, please, you don't mean to say you don't believe me.
Well, I believe you, darling. But we were going to the pictures tonight.
Oh, yes, I know, dear. Yes.
Well, I made your favorite dinner and it's ruined. But never mind. Eat what you can and we'll just be in time for the big film.
Kitty, darling, I can't go tonight.
You can't go? I've done the housework, made the bed, stood in queues, argued with tradesmen, and now you tell me you can't go to the pictures.
But, darling, it isn't my fault.
My mother was right. All men are selfish.
Selfish? Selfish? I like that. I suppose you think we have orgies at the office, eh? Paper caps and cups of cocoa. Chase me around the waste paper basket. And hunt the paper clip.
No. You and your stuffy old office. My mother was right.
Your mother. The Gestapo in bloomers.
Well, why can't you go? You're home now.
I know I'm home. I know I'm home.
Oh, go ahead. Let the neighbors know.
Not a bad idea. I will. Neighbors, we're having a row. Sarah Higgins. I can see you behind that curtain. Sarah Higgins, the female Molotov.
Oh. Ted, will you please come inside?
That'll keep him busy for a week.
Ted Ray, will you ever grow up?
Did you see her face?
No, but I'd like to have seen her face this afternoon.
Why? Had she washed it?
No, dear. You see, she was cleaning the windows, and she went in for a minute. So while she was away, I went and took the wash leather. You know, the one she borrowed off us 6 months ago.
Oh, you didn't?
Oh, yes, I did.
And then she spent the rest of the afternoon looking for it.
Well, I hope so.
Oh, it's lovely. You mean you got our wash leather back? Mrs. Higgins doesn't know. You're not going to tell her. I'm going to ask Sam Higgins for it on Saturday, and they'll have to buy us another one.
That's right.
That's a clever girl.
Well, thank you, dear.
I'm in a good mood again. I love Mrs. Higgins. I could sit and thumb my nose at her all day.
Ted, darling, you know, I am very disappointed about the pictures.
Oh, yes. So am I, dear, but never mind. Look, you go on your own. I've got some accounts to do.
You mean to say you don't mind me going to the pictures all on my own?
Of course not, darling. I love you.
Mm-hmm.
I love you. I love you. Come on, give us a kiss.
Now, stop it, Ted. Now, stop it.
Come on, give us a kiss.
No. The big picture will be on soon, and I want to see Humphrey Bogart.
Oh, Bogart can't kiss. Compare with me like a Boy Scout. Give us a kiss.
Oh, Ted.
Come on, give us a kiss.
Now, darling, please. Well, all right. There.
More.
Will you stop being silly?
Oh, I'm bleeding.
No, that's lipstick.
Oh, good.
Oh, well, I'd better go. Now, Ted, are you sure you don't mind me going alone, darling?
Of course not, darling. Why should I mind? I trust you.
Oh. Well, suppose I went into the pictures and a man sat next to me.
That's all right, dear. When the lights went up, he'd move.
Why should he want to move?
Well, darling, you're not 17 anymore, you know.
What?
After all, you know, you can't help it. The early bloom has gone.
The early bloom may have gone, but the fruit is still ripe.
Very good. That's very good, dear. Very good, yes. Well, now, off you go, darling, and I'll do my accounts, eh?
You listen to me, Ted Ray. I could get off with lots of men.
Mm-hmm. Well, why don't you, dear, eh? Here we are.
Early bloom, indeed.
Number one account. McIntyre versus McIntyre.
Not 17 again.
Whereas the party of the first part...
A party tried to get off with me last week.
Oh, that was kind of him, dear. Now, where are we? Oh, yes. The franchise is granted.
Pardon?
Granted.
He was sort of walking behind me, and do you know what he said I looked like?
24 square yards.
You know, you're just not listening. You're very lucky to have an understanding wife like me. You could have married someone else.
I know, dear. Betty Hutton.
Betty Hutton? You wouldn't last 5 minutes with Betty Hutton.
I know, dear, but think of those 5 minutes.
So now you regret marrying me.
I do not, Kitty. Now, who started this?
I did, because I've trusted you so.
Well, that's very nice of you, dear. Now run along, please.
And remember, I didn't accept you the first time you proposed.
I know. You weren't there. Now run along, dear. You're keeping Humphrey Bogart waiting.
Ted, are you trying to get rid of me?
No, of course I'm not. I just want you to go to the pictures just to show I trust you.
Oh, well, thank you, dear. I trust you, too.
Thank you, dear.
Trust is a wonderful thing, Ted. You know, we trust each other like
Truman and Stalin?
Silly boy. Well, bye-bye, darling.
Bye-bye, darling. Have a good time. Now, McIntyre versus McIntyre. Oh, Kitty.
Yes, Ted?
Before you go, darling, where's the sherry?
Sherry? Don't tell me you're going to sit home drinking sherry.
Oh, no, of course not. No. But you see, my new secretary, Frances, is coming round to help me.
Oh, so that's why you wanted to get rid of me.
Now, wait a minute, Kitty. This is strictly business.
Why, you Bluebeard. I get it. You get me to go to the picture so that you can be alone with your secretary.
Now, Kitty, don't go off like that.
I'm not going off like anything. I'm staying here. To think that I trusted you.
Kitty, you're jumping to conclusions.
Oh, am I? Well, I'll just wait till this hussy arrives. And I'll bet she's a redhead.
No, as a matter of fact, Frances has fair hair.
Really? Well, when she gets here, I'll pull it out by its dark roots. I'll bet you've even noticed her legs, too.
Yes, I have. 2 legs, yes, 2 legs. Where do you think she comes from, the Isle of Man? And very accomplished, dear. Very, very accomplished. Types with both hands.
Yes, well, just don't bother to arrange the cushions on the settee, because that's where I'll be sitting.
Now, look, Kitty.
You're too late. You've just been found out.
Oh, please, go to the pictures, dear. Lose yourself with Humphrey.
Pictures? I'm going upstairs.
Women. My dad was right. Oh, yes, he was. What did he say? Oh, woman, the enigma. When you understand, the woman is when... Oh, Dad knew what he was talking about.
Hello, Teddy boy. Been having a row, eh?
Another one like that, Nelson, I'll knock you right back amongst your pigeons.
Oh, Kitty looks upset. She called you Bluebeard. I was at the keyhole.
I can see that. You've still got the key in your ear.
When are you going to open the sherry?
Now, listen, Rumble Tummy. Can't you ever think about anything but your stomach?
Why should I? It's my best friend. Doctor said I must take care of it.
Take care of it, you couldn't miss it. And another thing, go and get a haircut.
Well, I had a cut the other week.
Go to the hairdresser.
But, Daddy, I'm...
Nelson, barber.
Oh, all right. Keep your hair on.
Good luck, Nelson. Good luck. What a life. What with Nelson and a jealous wife. Now then, McIntyre. Oh, I'm tired of McIntyre. Kitty,
Well,
you look wonderful, dear. Evening dress, jewelry. Why, you've even got those false eyelashes on that you flap at the butcher.
you didn't know you had a pretty wife, did you?
But what's it all for, dear?
Your secretary. This is war, darling.
War.
She sits on that end of the settee and I sit on the other. And we'll soon see what's what.
All right, darling. All right. Sit down and make yourself comfortable.
Well, aren't you just a little bit worried?
Worried? Why should I be worried?
Well, if I was in your shoes, I would be.
I know, dear. I take 8 and you take 5.
Well, go on. There she is now. Answer the door.
All in good time, dear. All in good time. Now, first, let me straighten my tie. Now, darling, how do I look?
Revolting.
Good evening, Mr. Ray. Sorry I'm late.
Ted.
Yes, dear?
Would you mind explaining what this is all about?
Not at all. Meet my new secretary, dear, Mr. Francis Clark, the fastest male typist in the business. How are you?
We bring you melody from out of the sky, my brother and I.
Hello, everyone. This is Bob and Alf Pearson. Our melodies this week tell the story of the rain. I love the rhythm of the raindrops, to hear the pitter-pattering rhythm of the raindrops. While others skitter-scatter, I walk between the raindrops. I love the rhythm of the rain. I met you underneath the raindrops. I was a lucky fella, for underneath the raindrops we shared the same umbrella, and underneath the raindrops we learned the rhythm of the rain. Just like the rain can shower each flower with you, I await the hour to shower lots of love and kisses on you. So anytime you see the raindrops and hear the pitter-patter, come out and meet the raindrops, and we can love and chatter, it's great beneath the raindrops. You'll love the rhythm of the rain. Isn't this a lovely day to be caught in the rain? You were going on your way, now you've got to remain. Let the rain pitter-patter, but it really doesn't matter if the skies are gray. Long as I can be with you, it's a lovely day. I'm singing in the rain, just singing in the rain. What a glorious feeling, I'm happy again. I'm laughing at clouds so dark up above. The sun's in my heart and I'm ready for love. Let the stormy clouds chase everyone from the place. Come on with your rain, I've a smile on my face. I walk down the lane with a happy refrain. I'm singing, just singing in the rain. The clouds were threatening all day. Tonight they finally gave way. But long as you let me stay, I don't care if it rains all night. And when I head for the door, you kiss me goodnight once more, and it continues to pour. I don't care if it rains all night. When I read the weather report, I gave it a double take. It said it's sure to rain for a week or more. What a lucky break. I should have gone home, I know, 100 kisses ago. But with the lights turned down low, I don't care if it rains all night. I don't care if it rains all
now we present Ted Ray as George, the man with a conscience.
George, my lad.
Yes, Mr. Rivers.
By come, you're looking well.
Thank you, Mr. Rivers.
Hey, you're looking younger every day.
Oh, thank you, Mr. Rivers.
I bet you enjoyed your school days.
Yes, sir, I did indeed.
Happiest days in your life, eh?
Yes, they were.
Good. You're going back.
That'll be nice.
Eh? Aye. The Bugle is starting a new feature. Children's point of view.
But I don't think...
We want some first-hand information, and I'm sending you down to St. Charlie's.
Oh, not St. Charlie's.
Aye.
That's the toughest school in the neighborhood. They play tiddlywinks with manhole covers. Not St. Charlie's.
Well, never mind. They got an attractive mistress there.
They have, sir?
I was once kissed by a schoolmistress.
Teacher?
Oh, I didn't have to. Get going. Go on.
Yes, sir. Conscience.
Is it George?
Just look how Mr. Rivers has dressed me up. Look at this disguise. Green blazer, red stockings, and a blue cap.
You look like Richard Attenborough in The Guinea Pig.
Oh, and my legs are cold.
Well, when you see the teacher, raise your kneecap.
Oh, you're a big help. Oh, here comes the bus.
One standing only. Come along, son.
Thank you. Oh, thank you.
Any more fares, please?
Penny child, please.
Penny child? How old are you, son?
12.
12? You haven't half got bags under your eyes.
Can I help it if I worry?
Well, move along inside out.
Here, Sonny.
Yes, old lady?
You come and sit on my knee.
Oh, no, thank you.
Go on, sit on her knee. She's a mother. She understands.
Oh, very well.
There, Sonny. Is that better?
Yes, thank you.
Now, tell me, have you written to Father Christmas?
Yes, I did.
And what happened?
He wrote back and said if I could spare him a few bob, he'd be very happy.
And this takes me back.
Yes.
I once had a little boy like you, rock-a-bye baby on the treetop.
Hey, turn it up, Mother Brown. You're up in the bus.
When the wind blows.
Oh!
What's the matter? Am I hurting you?
Only when you get your knees up, Mother Brown.
You know, I once had a little boy like you.
You did?
Yes. And when he was a little baby, I used to bath him in front of the fire, and then I used to rub some talcum powder on his back.
She wouldn't know the old place now.
Quiet, Conscience. You'll give me away.
All tickets ready, please?
Blimey, the inspector.
Come on, you Charlie McCarthy. Where's your ticket?
Here you are, sir.
What's this, a penny, Charles? A big hulk like you? Get off the bus, you're no schoolboy.
I am a schoolboy. I go to St. Charlie's. Look at me cap. I'm a Charlie.
Well, you're the biggest Charlie I've ever seen.
Well, here we are at St. Charlie's. And I'm glad I've got rid of that schoolboy outfit.
Well, don't waste time. Ring the bell for the caretaker.
Hello, what do you want?
Is the caretaker in?
He's stuck in the furnace.
But it's very important.
Well, what is it?
Can I see the headmaster?
Charlie!
Hello! What you want, Ingrid?
There's a geezer here wants to know if he can see the headmaster.
Not without a telescope. He's going to Newmarket.
Here you are, he's gone to the races.
Gone to the races? What for?
Charlie!
Hello!
What's he gone to the races for?
'Cause he's 10 quid out on the school fees.
But when will the headmaster be back?
Charlie!
Hello!
When will the headmaster be back?
When he's learned his lesson.
Come back, you should stop it, boy.
What's going on here?
Oh, that horrid boy. I just caught him putting the cat through the mangle.
What a stupid thing to do.
Yes, I told him. You'll never get it through head first.
Hey, wait a minute. Which class do you take?
Nature lovers.
Well, listen, I'm from the Bugle.
Well, sound the last post and I let the dog out.
Who's in charge here?
Go in that room and ask the lady in there.
Mistress?
Well, she's been around.
Pardon me? Oh, a dancing class.
Oh, a man! Run away, girls, and take your belly skirts off.
Who are you, madam?
Crystal Jollybottom, you saw.
You're the dancing mistress, I take it.
Yes, I am. And I'll thank you to keep your big nose out of me dying swan.
Can you give me a few pointers about the school?
No, I can't.
Come on, dancing
No!
mistress.
Oh, stop it.
Come on.
Oh, you pushed me down on me laughing Samba.
Come on, darling, tell me.
No, I won't. Stop it.
Come on.
Oh, me castanets are caught round me Roger de
Then will you tell me? Will you tell me where I can find the schoolroom?
No, all right. Well, you go down the passage, and it's the second on the left.
Thank you very much. By the way, did you ever teach in the schoolroom?
Yes, but not anymore.
Why?
Well, I had a few words with the inspector, and when I turned round, my class had gone, you thought,
Well, here we are. This is the room. We're going in.
You mean you're going in?
Aren't you coming in with me?
No, not me. The kids in this school have no conscience at all.
How nice.
There you are.
Who, me?
Yes, you're the relief. About time we got here. Take over.
But listen, old man.
It's quite simple. Any girls caught eating apples stand in the corner. Boys throwing ink pellets, 2 strokes of the cane.
I see. But listen, now.
Don't interrupt. And this is most important. If you catch any boys making catapults,
Yes.
don't let the little girls stand up.
Hey! Hey, just a minute. Where are you going?
I'm going to take a refresher course of Borstal.
Well, now, children, there's only one thing I can say.
Shut up, big gob.
Take that pipe out of your mouth when you're talking to me.
Lord, stop me. Stop me.
Ooh, I'll see your father tomorrow.
You'll see my father in 5 years' time. He's in Dartmoor.
Quiet, you. Now we'll take general knowledge. You there, little girl.
Hello,
What's your name?
Jennifer.
That's a nice name. Now, I'm going to ask you a question, Jennifer. When does an artist run the risk of catching a cold?
When he sits in his woolly vest and draws.
That's a clever girl.
Quiet, you. Now I'll ask you another one.
Please, teacher. Where do I come from?
Well, shall we all go out to play?
No. Where do I come from?
Well, why do you ask?
Because the little girl next to me says she comes from Liverpool, see?
That's very good. Very good, Jennifer. An example to us all. Now then. Now, who was Henry VIII?
A dirty old man.
He was not. He was a good king. Not like some men in history. You take Martin Caulfield. He was a traitor and an informer. But like so many men, he talked and gave himself away. Now, why was he executed?
'Cause he couldn't keep his big gob shut.
That's all for this week, boys and girls. How that old clock does go round. We'll be with you again next week, when once more we'll help you to
Raise a love, raise a love. Don't be like a passport photograph.
gloomy days soon will pass. Come on, folks, raise up your glass
and raise a love.
You've been listening to Ted Ray and Raise a Lark with Kitty Bluett, Bob and Al Pearson, the Bows and the Bells, Fred Yule, Peter Sellers, Patricia Hayes, and Leslie Perrins. The dance orchestra was conducted by Stanley Black. The program was written by Eddie Maguire and Ted Ray. Production by George Innes.
feeling sad and blue, just raise a laugh and soon you'll find you're losing that frown. A smile will spread all over the town. Don't give in, try and grin. Don't be like a passport photograph. Come on and meet Ted Ray, he'll chase your troubles away.
And raise a laugh.
Ted Ray.
Hello, boys and girls. How do you do? Well, I had a couple of hours to spare this afternoon, so I went to a cinema. I had to line up, you know. Oh, yes. They're getting very strict these days. There's no more of this bunking in lark. I saw one bloke keep trying to sneak in through a side door, but they kept slinging him out. So I said to him here, I said, just a moment. I said, get in the queue, old man. I said, we want to see the picture as well as you. He said, well, unless they let me in, he said, there won't be any picture. I'm the operator. Of course, the cinemas are tightening up the regulations now, but something must have gone wrong in this place, because I asked for a 1 and 9, and when the girl gave me the ticket, it said on it, White City, second race, trap 4. You can't run a business like that, but I will admit the cinema was pretty full up. Even when I got inside, I found myself in another queue. I shuffled forward for about half an hour. Honestly, wouldn't you think they'd have a couple of notices put up? It wasn't until I noticed that all the others were women I realized I was in the wrong queue. Yes, that's me. But really, some women are a nuisance in the pictures, aren't they? I don't mean that unkindly, but there are some women. There was a girl a couple of seats from me. She started coming out. We all stood up, you know the way you do. She got to the end of the row. Back she came again and sat down in her seat. Fidgeted about. Up she got again. Got to the end of the row. Back she came. Down in her seat. But, you know, after half a dozen times, I said, look, I said, if you were a lady, you'd either get up and go out or sit still and watch the picture. She said, yes. And if you were a gentleman, you'd help me unhook one of my suspenders from this seat. I must say, you do get your money's worth these days in the cinemas, you know. The latest thing is they're putting on stage shows now. Oh, yes, a couple of chorus girls walked up the aisles and did the dance of the 5 balloons. I was bored, I was, really. Do you know, for 2 pins I'd have walked out. I found the 2 pins and I was thrown out.
Mama dear, come over here and see who's looking in my window. It's the butcher boy, and oh, he's got a bundle in his hand. Tell me why he winks his eye whenever he goes by my window. Daughter, he's in love, and you're in love, and love is grand.
Hey, Marie, I got the pork chop. Hey, Marie, I got the lamb chop. Hey, Marie, you want to marry me?
The butcher boy, I want to marry the butcher boy.
Oh, Mama, get that man for me. Oh, Mama, how happy I will be. Tra-la-la-la-la, and chirry-birry-bee. Oh, if I'm gonna marry, it's the butcher boy for me.
Mama dear, come over here and see who's looking in my window. It's the baker boy, and oh, he's got a bundle in his hand.
Hey, Marie, I got the fruitcake. Hey, Marie, I got the cheesecake. Hey, Marie, you wanna marry me?
The baker boy, I wanna marry the baker boy.
Oh, Mama, oh, get that man for me. Oh, Mama, how happy I will be. Tra-la-la-la-la, and chirry-birry-bee. Oh, if I'm gonna marry, it's the baker boy for me. Mama dear, come over here and see who's looking in my window. It's the fisher boy, and oh, he's got a bundle in his hand. Tell me why he winks his eye whenever he goes by my window. Daughter, he's in love, and you're in love, and love is grand.
Hey, Marie, I got the codfish. Hey, Marie, I got the skatefish. Hey, Marie, you wanna marry me?
The fisher boy, I wanna marry the fisher boy.
Oh, Mama, get that man for me. Oh, Mama, how happy I will be. Tra-la-la-la-la, and chirry-birry-bee. Oh, if I'm gonna
for me.
Yes, if I'm gonna marry, it's the
baker boy.
No, 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 no.
The fisher boy.
No, 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 no.
If I'm gonna marry, it's the butcher boy. For me.
Thank you, boys and bells. Next week, the boys and girls will sing a little song entitled, I'm Off to Germany Tonight. Does anyone want a ration book? Confidence. That's what we all need. Confidence in the future. Confidence in the country. And confidence in our little wives. Take my wife. There's an offer. Take my wife. She's like a short-sighted man at the windmill. She's no idea of figures. But still, I often find it much easier to let her have her own way. No, darling, no. I'm sorry. Positively no.
But, Ted, I just must have my housekeeping money today.
But today's Tuesday.
Well, you usually give it to me on a Wednesday, so it's only a day.
That's not the point.
Oh, what's the difference? Can you mention one day that's more important than another?
Yes, February the 23rd. Now listen. Now listen, Kitty. I'm not going to give you your housekeeping money on a Tuesday.
Well, why not?
Well, I'll tell you. When we were first married, I gave it to you on a Friday, and it was a Thursday, and so on. And I've been checking up, and you know what?
What?
Since our wedding day, I'm 3 weeks out of pocket. And what's more, I've got an overdraft at the bank.
But I'm not really extravagant, dear. It's only that I like to have a little ready money.
Ready money? When you get money, it's not only ready, it's eager.
But, darling, you've got confidence in me, haven't you?
Well, we are married, dear, and marriage makes two people one.
That's right, darling.
All that worries me is which one of us it is.
You're worried because you can't save, aren't you, darling?
That's right, dear.
Well, I can save.
Oh, yes, I know you can. You saved 100 toothpaste cartons for a hairbrush and spent £5 saving them.
Ted, I saved £10 out of the housekeeping money.
Yeah, and then when you got the toothpaste, you what?
I've saved £10 since October.
£10?
Yes, dear.
All by yourself?
Why, yes, Ted.
You mean you put a few shillings here and a few shillings there, and it mounted and mounted until it became £10, darling?
That's right.
That's a clever girl.
Well, thank you, darling.
Don't mention it. I'm in a good mood again. You've restored my faith in human nature.
I have?
Yes, it's gone up by leaps and £10, dear. Oh, you're a good little wife. Do you know what?
What?
After dinner, I'll do the washing up.
Oh, darling, it's the first time I've ever heard you offer to do the washing up.
Did I? I must be getting lightheaded. Let's get back to the money, dear. 10 smackers. You know, darling, you're beginning to look beautiful. Give us a kiss. Come on.
A kiss?
Yes, like this.
Oh. You like to kiss your little wife, don't you?
Yes.
The first year we were married, you kissed me 3 times a day.
So I did.
Then it went up to 4 times a day.
Oh, it did.
And now it's 6 times a day. You're 3 weeks behind with your housekeeping money, but you're 6 months ahead with those kisses.
Oh, well, never mind. You've saved £10, eh?
And that's not all, dear. With that £10, I was able to save another £10.
Another £10? Good.
Ted, what are you holding your hand out for?
Oh, was I, dear? Oh, itching, you know, the palm. Sign of money coming to me, dear. Another £10, my angel. Would you tell your dear little slave how you managed to save that?
Why, certainly. I went to the sale.
Well, that would be... Sales? The sales.
Well, yes, darling. You can save an awful lot of money at the sale.
Oh, sales. A waste of time. They give every woman a chance to ruin one dress while she's buying another.
I didn't buy a dress, darling. I didn't like them, so I thought I'd save my money.
Now, that's a sensible girl.
I bought a blouse instead.
How much?
30 shillings.
Yeah? What else did you buy?
Well,
Yeah.
I got this, dear. Do you like it?
They haven't left a hole for the spout.
Ted, it is not a tea cozy, it's a hat.
Oh. You never know these days, do you? How much?
Well, it was a ridiculous price.
I'm not surprised. It's a ridiculous hat. How much?
£2.
£2. That's even more ridiculous.
And I've got a new bedspread and a pair of sheets.
New sheets? That's done it.
Well, what do you mean?
Now I've got to go and cut my toenails. Kitty,
What, darling?
could you tell me how you say that £10 again? I'm beginning to lose confidence. What about the rest of it? Where did that go?
Well, you see, I was just going to get a tweed skirt for the winter
Yes?
when I thought I'd save the money.
Yes?
So I bought a woolen one instead.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, here it is, darling. Do you think it needs turning down?
How much was it?
£3.
Yeah, turn it down.
Oh, now, Ted, don't tell me you're angry.
Angry? You ought to be ashamed of yourself. Saving on housekeeping money and then spending it like that.
But, darling, it was my money.
Your money? The point is that you spent it without telling me, just to show off in front of the neighbors. You don't take a bit of notice of what I say.
But I do.
Oh, no, you don't. Before we married, I talked and you listened. On our honeymoon, you talked and I listened. Now we both talk and the neighbors listen.
Well, I bought you something as well.
Of all the selfish... You what?
I bought you something.
Can I afford it?
Oh, you silly boy. It's all paid for.
Yeah?
Nelson's up with the menswear, getting it now.
Well, that's the best news I've heard today. And it's very sweet of you, dear. For once, I'll be glad to see Nelson come in.
I heard you say that, Teddy boy. You know, that's the nicest thing you said to me this year.
Well, make the most of it, Rumble Tummy. That's going to last you till Christmas. Is that my parcel?
No, it's mine.
I mean the one under your arm.
Oh, yes. And I had to fight hard to get it. There were 3 women after it, and 2 of them were members of the Housewives' League.
Oh. Well, don't worry. You'll never be the housewife's choice. Come on, you're wasting time. Open the parcel.
All right. Wait till I cut the string.
Oh, you'll love them, Ted.
Well, what are they?
A lovely pair of sports trousers.
Oh, that's good. Let me get it open, Kitty. I love a pair of... What's this? These aren't sports trousers. They're knickerbockers.
Now, Teddy boy, don't you look at me. They only cost 10 shillings, and all the moleskin trousers had gone.
Oh, the moleskin. Half a knicker's worth of knickerbockers. Don't you know that knickerbockers went out years ago?
Yes, but you never know, darling, that they may come back again.
Well, if they come back, they'll have to walk on their own. Well, I'll tell you one thing.
What?
I'm not going to wear these knickerbockers.
Well, Ted, what will I do with them?
Cut the bockers off and you wear them.
You melody from out of the sky, my brother and I.
Hello, everyone. This is Bob and Alf Pearson. Our melodies this week tell a love story in song.
When you and I were 17 and life and love were new, the world was just a field of green, its smiling skies of blue. The golden spring when I was king and you my wonderful queen. Do you recall when love was all and we were 17? Oh, how we danced on the night we were wed. We vowed our true love, though a word wasn't said. Dearest, I held you so close in my arms. Angels were singing a hymn to your charms. Hearts gently beating were murmuring low, my darling, I love you so. For you grow sweeter as the years go by. You grow sweeter as the twilights fly. Let the leaves start falling, darling, what care I? when you grow sweeter as the years go by. How sweet of you to remember and send a card just to say I'm still in love with you, darling, on our anniversary day. We'll dream again of confetti and all it means to convey a million sweet recollections on our anniversary day. For me alone, you smiled as you said, I will. The years have flown, and your eyes are smiling still. We've been so happy together and mean to keep it that way, in love forever and ever, on our anniversary
And now we present Ted Ray as George, the man with a conscience.
George.
Yes, Mr. Rivers?
You're a film fan, aren't you?
Oh, yes, Mr. Rivers.
So am I.
Yeah?
You know, I was going to pictures before Butler started looking.
You were, sir? I didn't know.
Oh, yes. I started years ago.
Yeah?
I can go back to Max Sennett's Bathing Beauties.
Gosh.
Do you like bathing beauties?
I don't know. I've never bathed any. What's all this about, Mr. Rivers?
Well, lad, it's a big chance for you to meet a real live film star.
Oh, who is it, sir?
I don't know. Film stars travel incognito.
Well, then, how will I know who it is?
Well, now it's your job to find out.
Yes?
All we know is that the train arrives at Waterloo at 3 o'clock.
Yes, sir. I'm on my way.
And George.
Yes, Mr. Rivers?
If it turns out to be Jane Russell.
Yes?
Take her out to lunch.
Yes?
Buy her some flowers.
Yes?
Sit her on a settee.
And then?
Send for me.
Oh, Conscience.
Yes, George?
Here we are at Waterloo.
And this is where you'll meet yours.
What do you mean?
You haven't a chance. You don't know whether the film star's Lana Turner or Donald Duck.
Well, I'll soon find out. I'll ask this T-boy if he knows where the boat train comes in. Hey, boy.
What do you want, Toppy?
Hey, where's the boat train?
I don't know. I'm in charge of the tea, Charlie, and I'm not having any truck with you.
Now, don't you be rude to me, T-boy. I want a civil answer.
If you was a civil servant, you could have had a cup for nothing, Charlie.
Will you answer me?
Let go of me! You shareholders are all the same.
Well, where can I find out?
Wait for the lady station announcer.
Oh, yes. Is she pretty?
Yes. She's got a lovely little turned-up nose.
How nice.
And you've got a big red conch.
The train for Bagshot, Calcott, and Oxshot. What? Don't do that. It tickles.
I'll get no help from her. I'll try inquiry. Excuse me.
Hello, what do you want?
Can I trouble you just for a minute?
You lay a finger on me and I'll do you with me timetable.
Who's she kidding? She's got more lines on her face than Clapham Jungle.
shut up, you. No, miss, I want information about an arrival.
Charlie!
Hello! What you want, Ingrid?
There's a geezer here wants to know about an arrival.
Well, tell him to ring up the nursing home, and I hope it's a boy.
No, look, I'm a newspaper man. I've got to write a leader for the Bugle.
Charlie!
Hello!
He says he's every leader with a bugle.
Tell him to up it. We're already running at a loss.
Poor old Joe.
Keep out of it, you. I'm not in the mood. Now listen, miss, I'm getting nowhere. I can see the writing on the wall.
Charlie!
Hello!
Now he's talking about writing on the wall.
Well, tell him to chuck it. I've been rubbing him out all the morning.
Oh, I can't stand it. Look at the time. Look at the clock.
Charlie!
Hello!
He says he can't stand the look of my clock.
Blimey, he's lucky he can't see your mother.
George.
Yes, Conscience?
Don't waste your time here. Go and ask the station master.
That's a good idea. I'll go over right away.
Excuse me.
Why? Why, it's a little girl. What's your name?
Jennifer.
That's a nice name, and that's a nice little doggy you have there.
Yes. And I take him on an excursion every Friday.
That's very nice indeed, but I see he's got a bandage on the end of his tail.
Yes, I'm taking him on an excursion because he's got a sore tail.
Oh, I see. Every dog has his day.
Yes, but my doggy has a weekend, see?
Well, here we are. Here we are. At last, the station master's office. I'll go in.
Come in.
Are you the station master?
Yes, what is it?
Tell me, will the 3 o'clock be on time?
Well, it should be. It's under starter's orders.
Well, I want to know about the arrival of a film star.
Oh, don't bother me now. It's stock taking tomorrow, and I'm 4 coal trucks short.
That's terrible. Are you upset?
Upset? But this coal's driving me nuts. Ernie! Where is Ernie?
In Ceylon, singing I've got a lovely bunch of coconuts.
What's the time?
2:30.
Oh, dear. Oh, I must go at once. There's a lady driver bringing in the freight train.
Is she pretty?
Pretty? Oh, she's the goods.
What a way to run a railway.
Attention, will the vet please go to the refreshment room? A hot dog has been taken ill.
This is no use to me. I'm looking for a film star.
Excuse me?
Yes?
Are you looking for the film star?
I am. Why?
Well, my name's Fanny. I want to be a film star.
You do?
Yes. I'm an impressionist. Would you like to hear me do one?
No, but I'm going to.
All right, I will. Officer, why did you gong me?
Who's that?
Gene Simmons.
Good. You'll never make a film star. Go and get yourself a job.
I had a job in an undertaker's, but I got the sack for putting a notice in the window.
What did it say?
Said, join our Christmas club.
If you listen to her, she'll get you boxed up.
You're right, and look at the time. It's nearly 3 o'clock. Wait a minute. Look, here's a man coming along with a police escort.
Come on. Stand right back there. Stand right back. What's the idea there?
Pardon me, officer. Is this man a film star?
Film star? That's a good one. This is the notorious stocking thief, Art Silk.
Oh? What's he done?
Well, we caught him knocking off women's nylons. He gets 5 years for this.
Well, that seems pretty hard. 5 years just for stealing nylons.
Ah, but he was pinching them while they had them on.
Oh, I see.
Now, look here. Let this be a lesson to you, young fella.
Yeah?
Leave the women alone.
Oh, I do. I never take any notice of women except when I see it written on a door.
Attention, please. Here is a special announcement. The train now arriving at platform 3.
I've just cost the taxpayers another 1,000 quid. Well, here they are. Here they come. How well fed everyone looks. This must be the Continental Express. What a crowd. I never find the film star amongst this lot.
George.
Yeah?
Look at that lady standing by the guard's van.
Oh, yes. She's wearing a pair of sunglasses, and her face is covered in vanishing cream. Excuse me, madam. Who are you?
Crystal Jollybottom yourself. And I'll thank you to keep your elbow out of my cabin trunk.
Come on. I know you. I know you. Come on. You're traveling incognito.
No, I'm not. I'm traveling in my old red flannels.
Come on, I know you. You're Constance Collier.
No, I'm not your saucebox. My old man's a dustman. What do you think of that?
You can trust me. I'm from the Bugle.
Oh, well, you're not going to blow me one out.
Come on.
Oh, stop it. Oh, your platform's sticking to me number 4 bay.
Come on, tell me, don't you think our policemen are wonderful?
No, I don't. You can't trust these specials like the old-time coppers.
Will you tell me who you are?
Oh, all right. I've come up for the poultry show.
The poultry show?
Yes. And my pride and joy's in this box. I'll take the lid off.
Why, it's a chicken.
Chicken, indeed.
Yeah.
That's Gregory, my prize Rhode Island cockerel. Go on, you saucebox. Give him a stroke.
Oh, all right. There. He's enjoying it, too.
Yes, dearie. He's not the only bird here who's been neglected.
Is that so?
Careful now. Oh, don't stroke Gregory the wrong way.
Oh! He's gripping my hand with his beak.
There, I told you.
Look at my hand. It's bleeding. Messing about with your Gregory.
Well, it's your own fault. Leave him alone and go and look for your film star.
Ah, my search is over. I found the film star.
What do you mean?
I've just seen Gregory Peck. And that's all for this week, boys and girls. How that old clock does go round. Never mind, we'll be with you again next week when once more we'll help you to
raise a laugh, raise a laugh. Don't be like a passport photograph.
Gloomy days soon will pass. Come on, folks, raise up your glass
and raise a laugh.
You've been listening to Ted Ray and Raise a Laugh with Kitty Bluett, Bob and Alf Pearson, the Bows and the Bells, Fred Ewell, Peter Sellers, Patricia Hayes, and Leslie Perrins. The dance orchestra was conducted by Stanley Black, and the program written by Eddie Maguire and Ted Ray. Production by George Inns.